Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another wild season. Season 16 for the VSpeed Contender Series. Brought to you by NEPA Towing and Recovery, Mean Dean Automotive with Greer & Associates, and Southern Route Productions, which is a new sponsor for us this season. Glad to have them on board. Well, I apologize for not being around last week. I had a little bit of a technical difficulty, so it just kind of put us behind the eight ball there a little bit. So anyway, seems like I missed an exciting week, but glad to be back. This season, we will have our friend Cody Morgan back in the booth with us. Welcome back. Welcome back to the broadcast, Cody. Yeah, it was kind of boring without you here last season, so hopefully we can remedy that this season, and looks like we're going to have another packed house here in season 16 with a couple new drivers. Looks like we got some old hats out there as well, so it should definitely be a fun and exciting season. Now, last week, looks like newcomer. I'm not even going to begin to try to pronounce his last name, but we call him Davo. Davo walked away with a win, his first race with the VSpeed Contender Series last week. Looks like there were 13 lead changes, so that's not too bad, but we did have 12 laps, 12 cautions with a total of 34 laps. But they did finish the race in about an hour and 6 minutes, so not too bad. Looks like last season and season before last, third place points finisher, Mr. Ryan Lang, was in second. Last season's points champion, Mr. Hunter Kent, was in third. Russ Bovair himself, the man, the myth, the legend, in fourth. Second place points finisher last season and season before last, Mr. Stephen Massey in fifth. Newcomer Chandler Clark in sixth. Seventh place brings old hat Logan Kais. Good to see Logan back in the series. Mike McConville returned from last season with a strong eighth place finish. Mr. Shane Posey in ninth. And season or should I say series title sponsor, Mr. Joe Zader, round out the top 10. All right, so let's see. It looks like Mr. Hunter Kent's going back to his old ways at the top of the board there. Like Matty D. Clark. Yeah, looks like Matty D. Clark right there behind him in second. Now, of course, tonight we're at IRP, or Lucas Oil Motor Speedway, as some people call it. A little short track racing. Should be an interesting race. Got a couple different grooves these trucks can run here, but typically they kind of stay to the mid to the high side of the track. Were you here last week, Cody? I got you. Yeah, again, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Couldn't get online last week, so got that all cleared up, and hopefully it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. So what'd you do in the off season, Cody? How's that baby coming along, man? That's awesome. Yeah, I've been spending a little bit of time with my grandsons as well, too, so I can definitely relate to that. Well, as it stands right now, looks like Hunter Kent's kind of leading the charge going into qualifying. Looks like Mr. Chandler Clark, he's up there, got a little bit of speed. Looks like newcomer Chris Mathis had a little bit of speed. So maybe we'll see a few new trucks running up front there this season. That'll be nice. Look, Hunter Kent and Stephen Massey just kind of stole the show last season. Yeah, it just it kind of gets that way sometimes, but Hunter definitely had his stuff dialed in the last couple seasons. So, all right, well, as it stands right now, they get ready to head out for qualifying. Looks like let's see here, who are we going to get going on here? Let's see. All right. So it looks like now my old program that I used to use is no longer working, so I'm kind of working with some new stuff this season. So hopefully we can make that work and not cause too many issues here. Yeah, it looks like Hunter Kent's definitely posted up a pretty good time there that everybody's going to have to chase. Matty D. Clark's kind of Logan Kaz to the top of the board. Stole it right out from underneath Hunter. Like Brandon Burkhart. Looks like he's going to make an attempt at this season. And we got Dave O, last week's winner, up there in third spot. Look at Jimmy Babb. Jimmy Babb up there making a good run up there in the fifth spot. Jimmy's definitely the guru on these short tracks. Mike McConville. Looks like Mike McConville sporting a new 51 paint this season. Mr. Russ out on the track now. See what he can lay down. As it stands currently, though, everybody chasing Logan Kaz. Looks like Russ is just running some practice laps there. Looks like he's the only one left. So looks like Russ, Ron Thompson, Shane Posey, Doc Stout, Jeff Price all chose not to qualify tonight. So that will put Mr. Logan Kaz on the pole tonight for Hunter Kent will start on that outside. Well, I'm not sure if they'll. I'm sure Logan will probably choose that outside to start from there, because that's definitely going to be the preferred line to run. Ah, gotcha. All right, well, there you have it. Mr. Logan Kai's going to start on the pole tonight. Start second will be Mr. Hunter Kent. All right, so basically what happens from here for anybody that is just tuning in for the first time, Sam, our race control, will have a little quick drivers meeting with the drivers, lay the law down, make sure everybody's up to date on any kind of changes or any kind of rules that need to be adhered to. And then these trucks will take a few more laps for a little bit of practice to get those last minute fine tuning adjustments in. And then we'll get ready to go green. So while we are doing that, let's give a little shout out to our sponsors. Now, currently, we have a new sponsor, Southern Roots Productions. I do not have a commercial for him. I will work on having one for next week. But first of all, we will throw it out to our title sponsor, Mr. Joe Zader and NEPA Towing and Recovery. All right, well, there you have it. Our two main sponsors that have been around the series for a while. We love our sponsors. They've been a great asset to us. I'm sorry. So, Mr. Andre, if you're out there, sir, we miss you. Come, definitely stop by the booth and come and visit and hang out with us when you get a chance. Cody, I don't think. There we go. It's finally working. Okay, there we go. My darn. I don't think my sound was working too great there at the beginning. So I think we're good now, though. All right. Well, there you have it. So tonight, IRP 165 laps of short track racing. Chevrolet Pace truck waiting on everybody. Looks like you got a couple trucks we're waiting on. I'm sure the drivers are getting their last minute snacks and drinks and all of that good stuff ready for the race. Oh, look at that. Wow. So it looks like Logan Kaz has missed the start. So that will move up the 11 truck of Davo, I believe, to the front row. Nope, looks like Jimmy Babb. Got to move Jimmy Babb up to the front row with Ryan Lang and the 86 of Richie Malagani starting in that second row there. Chandler Clark, Brandon Burkhart, Mike McConville, Joe Zader, Chris Mathis, Keith Hackney, Ryan Lang, Tim Marlowe. Yeah, this is definitely, well, timing on this thing is all jacked up because of the people that didn't make it. So, all right, pace truck is off. Let's see if Hunter Kent can continue his winning ways. All right, green flag is out. And Mr. Hunter Kent gets a good start. He's able to dive down into that second groove there to get in front of Jimmy Babb. Ryan Lang is going to fight him on the outside there, take over second spot. And there you go. Cody, can you do me a favor? Go to YouTube and see if you can hear the sound, because I don't think that the sound is working. All right, Hunter Kent looks like he's gonna. Oh, got a little. Looks like Ryan Lang maybe into the wall up there. It is? Okay, good deal. So you can hear the trucks? That's what I'm talking about, the trucks. All right, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. All right, so I guess we got some kinks we got to work out here. There we go. I think we got it now. All right. All right, yeah, it looks like Hunter Kinston jumped out to a pretty good lead there with Mike McConville in second spot and newcomer Chandler Clark. Mike McConville was definitely a force to be reckoned with last season, so I definitely expect him to have a little more for these guys this week or this season.
I'm just letting you know the trucks sound really loud in the broadcast. Just letting you know.
All right. Let me know if it gets better.
You can hear me now, but they're still loud.
Getting any better?
Yeah, it is. You can barely hear them, but you can still hear them. That's better. You can hear them too.
Okay, good deal. All right, working through a little bit of technical difficulties. I apologize, everyone. First race back for this season, so. All right, still up front. We got Hunter Kent, Mike McConville. Oh, uh-oh. Let's see here. Looks like the
20.
The 3 truck, Matty D.
I don't know actually.
Let's see here. All right, let's go back here. Let's take a look here. It looks like Matty D just got a little loose. Yeah, it's on the outside. All right, let's take a little ride with Matty D here and see what was going on here. All right, you can see him up on that top side there. Get a little loose going into the corner. I think getting a little hot. Kept getting sideways, kept getting sideways, kept getting sideways, kept getting sideways. Couldn't quite recover. And then it just kind of loops it right on around and up into the fence. Good thing is nobody else got collected in that. So that's a good thing. All right. So it looked like Hunter Kent chose to go ahead and come on into the pits, maybe.
Hunter Kent and a couple others went in as well.
Yep. It's like Hunter, Davo, Brian Burkhart, Logan Kaz, Keith Tackney, and of course Matty D went ahead and made his pit stop. All right, at the choose. Looks like Mike McConville's going to take that inside groove there. All right, getting lined up here. All right, pace truck is off. Mike McConville's going to bring him to the green. Jimmy Babb out there on that inside groove on that second row.
Yeah, he's been making a stick.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag is out. Mike McConville gets a good jump there. Was able to get up into that second groove, and which is kind of the preferred groove. Ryan Lang sneaks around on the outside. I'm sorry, Chandler Clark on the outside there. And Jimmy Babb slides up into the third spot.
Watching Hunter Kent in the back here, he's having problems trying to get around the 11. So I find like a track like this, it's hard to get track position. So
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting race, because from what I gather, those two got into it at the end of the race last week. So let's see how they race each other here. And Hunter gets a nose underneath the 11 there. Coming out of 4. Is able to get underneath of him and make that pass.
made 2 passes. Just
Yep. Dave's going to. And Hunter's in that preferred groove at that point there.
The Dave guy is taking a really low line into the corners. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. But back up front, we still have that 51 truck of Mike McConville with that clean air. Him and Chandler Clark setting sail. Got a little bit of gap back to third place Jimmy Babb. So we got Jimmy Babb, Ryan Lang, and Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews is another new driver to the league this season. And, of course, old hat Richard Malagani. Got Shane Posey in the 60 this season. Tim Marlowe.
We got a caution.
Oh.
19 or somebody's.
Yeah, the 6 truck. All right, let's see if we can figure out what happened to Keith Hackney. All right, let's see here. What happened here? All right, let's take a little ride with Keith here. All right, so it looks like he's in 2 up in that second groove. All right, blinked out. Yeah, he blinked out, and I think Doc got in the back of him because he blinked out. Yeah, that would be my because he's blinking out on my screen, so I'm assuming that he just blinked out.
I just figured out something, so I'll be able to see the wrecks now.
All right, good deal. All right, well, after 27 laps, got Mr. Mike McConville first, Mr. Chandler Clark in second, Mr. Jimmy Babb up there in the top three in third, Mr. Ryan Lang in fourth, and Chris Mathis rounding out the top five.
Feels nice to be back, doesn't it, Jim?
Yeah, not bad at all. So we got the pace truck peeling off here. Mike McConville leading him to green again. Definitely nice to see those new trucks up front.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, Mike McConville gets another good start. Able to get right back up in front of Chandler Smith. Got Ryan Lang giving Jimmy Babb a hard time for that third spot on the outside there. That's been probably the best race so far. Looks like Ryan's going to be able to make that pass stick this time. They're all bunched up back here.
They are, and Hunter Kent's taking advantage of that.
Got the two truck of Chris Mathis is going to slide up in front of Jimmy Babb for that fourth spot. Tim Marlowe. Good to see Tim Marlowe running up front. Hunter Kinston already made it back up to ninth. And now going for eighth around the 22 truck of Ron Thompson. Wasn't quite able to make that pass, but still working on him in 1 and 2. Got Rust right behind this battle. Tried to figure out what's going to happen between these two. Hunter's able to finally make that pass on Ron Thompson and now sets his sights on Richard Malagani. But meanwhile up front, Mr. Mike McConville leads the way in that clean air. Love and life.
Yeah, you gotta admit, when you're up front, you just love it.
What did SVG say the other day when he was leading the race? He's like, I'm leading now. What the F do I do? That was great. Of course, Chandler Clark staying right there with him. He's not letting Mike McConville get away too far. But Chris Chandler's making a bid coming up for that third spot. I mean, the second spot. And we got Ryan Lang right behind him. Jimmy Babb still hanging tough in fifth.
He has a challenger right there, though.
Yeah, you got
Tim Marlowe.
Yeah, Tim Marlowe beating that back bumper off that 44. And then Shane Posey right there, too. But look who's creeping into the picture. Mr. Hunter Kent up to 7th. Richard Malagani back here in 9th. Mr. Russ Bovair in 10th. Joe Zeta, the man himself, in 11th. Ron Thompson right there with him. Of course, Ron's a past champion. Chris Vickery. Chris has ran a couple races with us, but I don't think he's run a whole season. Davo back here in 14th. Logan Kai's in 15th. Matty D. Clark. Now, Matty's got a 31 on there. He's supposed to have a 3.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too.
Yeah. Brandon Burkhart in the 17th spot. Mr. Doc Stout no longer has a Sundew paint job. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, it doesn't look normal.
Yeah, that threw me off. I was like, that can't be Doc.
No, it's not.
And Keith Hackney back here. And 19th. Robert Gear. Now, Robert looks, I think he's a new driver this season. Back here in the 20th spot. And that is it. But meanwhile, up front, the 21 truck of Chandler Clark has then caught that 51 and right on that back bumper. And then the 2 truck of Chris Mathis is right there as well.
It's nice to see that they have challengers this season.
It is.
Got the 21 and the 51, they're both just... Oh, 21 found a little lower line. He's trying to make the pass work.
Yeah, got a little bit of clean air there. They're able to get that nose underneath that 51.
And not yet, but he's trying.
Yeah, that outside groove's got a lot of momentum there. It's going to be hard to make that pass. That's going to open up the door and bring in the 2 truck now. And meanwhile, the Ryan Lang's sitting back there going, yeah, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna wait right here.
Save tires.
Hey, what? Shane Posey's flying, man. He's coming right into the picture.
He sure is. He spoke to make the pass on, well, not yet.
Now, Shane was one of the ones. We got a pass for the lead by the 2 truck. 2 truck's going to lead that lap. We have a new leader, a newcomer, Chris Mathis, to the point.
That checks up the group all behind them, too.
And,
Hunter Kent's in the picture as well.
yep. This is about to get interesting here because that 60 truck and that 52 truck are the first 2 trucks on new tires. Uh-oh. We're going to try 3 wide.
No, I think Hunter thought better of it.
Yeah, Mike McConville, he's kind of I think his handling's going right on away. He's getting a little sideways coming out of the corner now. But Shane's coming on, man. He's now making that 3rd pass for 3rd, trying to bring Hunter right on along with him.
Contact.
Oh, That was almost a bad one. At 51 slowed up a little more than I think Hunter thought he was going to. That's some good heads-up driving by the 52 and the 31.
It definitely was. I think 51's lost pace, and everyone else is just trying to catch him right now. Jimmy Babs is battling with 31.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Clean Air, the number 2 truck, he is setting sail and moving on.
Whoever having a 51, his handling is gone. Jimmy Babs has now passed him. He's in 5th.
Yeah, Jimmy Babb kind of saving a little bit back there and kind of coming on here before this first set of pit stops. That's Shane Posey up there in 3rd, but here comes Hunter Kent.
Shane's not going to just let him go easily either, so it'll be a battle.
Yeah, Shane's fast tonight. Yeah, Hunter getting a killer run off of 4. Wow. He's going up high and diving in the corner. It's like he's going to be able to make that pass stick now.
Oh, contact.
Yeah, Shane's like, I ain't going to let you take the lead without a fight. Or take this position without a fight. Meanwhile, that's bringing Jimmy Babb to him. But still up front, Mr. Chris Mathis. Kind of weird to see Road Ranger on a Chevy.
A little bit, yeah.
Look at that second place 21 truck there kind of smacked the wall coming out of 4. That allowed Hunter to gain a lot.
Yeah, he's going for, well, not yet, but he's getting right beside him doing the things that he does.
God, Hunter's getting such a killer run off of 4. It's not funny.
He made the pass.
Yep, able to make that stick. Shane Posey going to try his luck.
Not sure if Shane has the truck speed that the 21 has just yet, but he's trying to figure it out right now.
This second, third, and fourth has been the best race so far all night long.
Exactly.
Yeah, looks like that opened the door up for Shane. He's able to get around that 21. So that moves that 60 truck up in the second or in the third spot. Looks like that 21's trying to do a Hail Melon there.
Almost worked.
Good job, Shane, moving up into the third spot there.
Jimmy Babs is holding on to, I believe,
Yeah, Jimmy been running awesome tonight. Still in that 5th spot. He's pretty much been in the 5th spot all night long so far. Got Ryan Lang right behind him.
Jimmy got into the wall there just a bit, but he's still good.
That's 60 of that 21 truck. They're duking it out, man. The 21's not letting him get away.
No, he's not. He's holding on.
But Jimmy's definitely reeling them in, yeah.
No, they don't have to worry about fuel, I don't think. Maybe. But they're going to need tires eventually. If this stays green.
Yeah. So I figured they'll go at least to halfway. Depending on how the lap speeds start falling off. It's like the 6 truck of Keith Hackney's in. Still, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here, and 6th.
21 in the wall.
Yeah, he keeps smacking that wall coming out of 4 a lot. Jimmy Babb's going to make that pass. That'll move Jimmy up into the 4th spot. '21 just battles back, though.
Yeah, he's not giving up easily either. And guess who's behind them? Oh, there's contact.
Yeah, Jimmy let him have it back.
He did. Which opens the door for Ryan Lane to get up there.
Jimmy playing Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, it's so many laps left of the race that it's just better to do that than have enemies.
Right.
I may have a visitor here in a second, just for warning.
Yeah, the 21 just he's over driving the truck at this point.
We have a baby that has sleep regression.
Yeah.
I know this is a race, but I just thought I'd let you know.
Right. All right, Jimmy Babb's going to finally be able to get that spot.
Does it cleanly too.
And that's going to open the door for Ryan Lang to slide up in there. But still up front, 2 truck of Mr. Chris Mathis with Hunter Kent reeling them in. It's like we got the Richie Malagani and Doc Stout on pit road. So that's going to probably start the cycle here shortly.
Sorry about that.
I'm sure the leaders are going to run as long as they can.
Yeah, if they can keep up a good pace, then I wouldn't pit right now either.
Yeah, because right now they're only about a second off what they started with.
Right, so it's not time yet.
Yeah, once the 44, the 21, and the 31 come in, I would assume that the leaders would come in right after that.
I have to give credit. Shane Posey is doing really good tonight.
Yeah,
So
Shane's running third, and that's awesome.
normally he doesn't do it this good, so I just want to give him his props for that.
Most definitely. Got two of the best short track racers right there behind him too, so that's definitely a good thing.
Mr. Babs is trying to catch Posey and take third place, but he's not there yet. It looks like Shane's starting to lose pace right now. I think I jinxed him.
Yeah, but he's still got that two truck setting the pace. Hunter's gotten within a second of him, but just can't seem to break that bubble there.
It'll be interesting. Well, Hunter has newer tires, I do believe, than the leader, but the fact that the leader's holding them off right now is pretty good.
Yep. Ooh, Hunter Kent into the wall a little bit there coming out of 4. All right, with 80 to go, we have Mr. Chris Mathers up front, leading the way. First time in the series. Hunter Kent in second. Jimmy Babb in third. Ryan Lang in fourth. And Mr. Shane Posey round out the top 5.
He's giving Hunter the lead.
Yeah, looks like Hunter got a huge run off of 4 there.
Apparently Hunter didn't take tires that last time he pitted.
I guess they're just going to run this out. Only have, what, couple trucks have pitted.
And they're still down on pit road.
Hunter's starting to open up that lead a little bit now.
Sergeant Malgani has disconnected.
Yeah, he must have had to go. I seen him in the pits and not moving, so. At the 22 truck of Ron Thompson on pit road.
So, if Hunter didn't actually take tires, like he's saying, then he's still on the same set, and he's running almost 90-something, 93, 94 laps. He must be due at some point for tires.
Yeah, I would think. Well, like I said, I don't know how many laps they can get out of it here. I don't think they can run the whole entire 165, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've ran here. Let's see what a lap looks like around here with the leader. All right, there you have it. A lap with our leader, Mr. Hunter Kent. Now opened up about a 2.5 second lead. Or about a 1 second lead, I mean. It looks like the 2 truck's going to hit pit road. So that'll bring in the 52 probably next lap.
He seems to. No, he seems to. He's staying out.
Yep.
This shakes up everything now.
Yeah, because he's. The 2 trucks still on pit road, just coming off pit road now. Russ is on pit road. The Shane Posey's on pit road. The 21's on pit road. Yeah. Definitely not sure what Hunter's strategy is.
I can't tell you either. I wish that we could pull him up here to ask, but it's not under green. We can't. Joe Zader's in 4th.
And Matty D. Clark's done made himself back up to 5th.
I don't know if Jimmy Babs or Ryan Lane pitted it yet or not. I don't think so.
They have not. So Jimmy Babb, Ryan Lang, and Joe Zader have not pit yet.
This is an interesting strategy on their part.
Yeah, so there's 4 trucks that haven't pitted. Those 3 and then Mike McConville, the 51.
I think they're trying to make it just stay out. But as I'm watching, 2 is passing Ryan Lane like he's sitting still, so I'm pretty sure pitting is a good idea at some point.
Yeah. But he's also a lap down.
True. Jimmy Babs is doing pretty good in second place right now.
Not bad at all.
We gotta go.
Oh, oh, wow. That's the 13 truck. So let's see if we can figure out what happened there.
Looks like a self spin. Pretty much.
Yeah, I think he's going to just kind of lose it on his own here. Like coming out of what, 4 here. Just kind of gets into the gas a little too much. That back end comes right around on him. I don't think it's going to catch anybody else. Oh, man, right in front of the 2 truck, too. Gets down off the track. Jimmy Babb and them get by. Oh, yeah. Well, that definitely helped Hunter Kent out because now he gets to pit under green. I mean, under caution. And that's definitely going to put the 2 truck at a disadvantage. All right, that pace truck is off, and Hunter Kent's going to lead him to the green.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
All right, lights are back on the pace car. All right, let's see if we can make it happen this time.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag is out, and Hunter Kent once again gets a good start. Able to jump up in the lead there, and Ryan Lang gonna. Oh, once again. All right, let's see what happened. All right, so it looks like it is the 11 truck. Well, let's ride along with Davo and see what happened. It looks like gets a little Looks like got a little help from Shane Posey. Not much, but it was just enough to keep him sideways. Have him drifting through the corner to the point to where he just couldn't quite save it. Ron Thompson barely gets by with a little scratch. Shane Posey ends up getting involved. That's sad because he had a good run going there.
He sure did.
Russ barely gets by. So it looks like that's the only 2 trucks that were involved. All right, with 50 to go, we got Hunter Kent out front, Ryan Lang in second. Matty D. Clark's done made his way back up to third. Jimmy Babb in fourth. Strong run for Jimmy Babb tonight. And Mike McConville rounding out top 5. All right, Cody, I'll be right back. You take over for a little bit, okay?
Sure. Pace car's in. We're going back green.
Green flag, green flag.
Hunter with a good start. .38 gets loose there. Jimmy Babb's in the wall. 38 spins.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution.
Everyone, well, Shane just got involved in that. of a foul. We're going back to green.
Green flag, green flag.
Hunter Kent with a really good start there. Great battle for second right now. Joe Zader with
All right, man, caution is out.
in the wall,
Caution is
and Tim Marlowe just self-spun and saved it.
All right, I'm back, Cody.
You haven't missed much.
Why are they still on the caution? What happened?
They keep. This is their second or third caution since you left.
Oh, crap.
Tim Marlowe self-spun just a second ago. Yeah, it just keeps happening.
Wow.
Not Tim Marlowe, but just in general.
Well, it looks like the 11 cars, or the 12 cars, sorry, the 13 car is going to get his lap back. Lucky dog. Put him back on the lead lap. Yep, so that'll put Doc Stout 16 spot first truck, 1 lap down. Like the lights are out on the pace truck. The Hunter Kent looks like he's going to choose the outside this time. All right, pace truck is off. Definitely got to hand it to Jimmy Babb. He's been up in that top 5 all night long. All right. Hunter Kent gets another good start. Looks like Mike McConville's done worked his way back up. Now he's back up into that second spot. Like Matty D and the 43 of Logan Kai is beating and banging back there.
Jimmy Babs is coming up to the.
Yeah, Jimmy Bad's been running strong tonight. And Joe Zader done found his way up to the front too. Ooh, Matty D gets a little loose going into the corner there. That could have been bad. That moves Jimmy Bab up to the 4th spot, or up to the 5th spot, I mean. Ooh, it's like Russ took a header coming off the corner here. All right, well, let's see if we can find out what happened to Russ here. Oh, well, let's see if we can figure this out again.
Watching it back myself, it just looked like he got loose.
I hit the wrong button here. Didn't catch it. All right, come on, let's get there. All right. Well, it's just not gonna work for me. Yeah, it just looked like he just kind of had a self spin. Got into the gas a little too hot coming off the corner. All right, so coming to 30 to go. I have Mr. Hunter Kent out front, Mr. Mike McConville in second, Mr. Ryan Lang in third. Strong run for Jimmy Bab in the 4th spot, and Joe Zader running out the top 5. Let's see here. Lights should go off on the pace truck. Yep, as they do. They get lined up for one more shot.
Back green here.
All right, yep. Pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Hunter Kent once again gets a good start. Got Ryan Lang is going to try to steal that 2nd spot from the 51 truck. Ooh, Mike McConville hard into the wall coming off of 4.
Making it work on the air. Oh, we got a caution
Yeah.
there.
It's like Mr. Ron Thompson and Robert Gear here. Let's see if we can find out. All right, so let's look at this from the 22 truck. Ron Thompson. It's like the 60 truck kind of gets into the wall there, causes the 21 to kind of come down and get in the nose of the 22, sends him sideways. And then the 79 just kind of has no place to go, right into the side of it. It's like no other trucks involved. You know, Hunter Kent's loving this. Lights are back out on the pace truck. That should be bringing us to 22 to go. All right, pace truck is off. Hunter Kent's going to lead him to the green flag once again.
Green, green, green.
And the green is out. Hunter gets that jump one more time. Ryan Lang's battling for that second spot with Mike McConnell.
Contact right.
Ooh, heads up driving by all those drivers.
Hunter Kent now has a good lead.
And look at Jimmy Badge just battling it out. Jimmy Babb's able to make that pass into third spot over Ryan Lang. Like Matty D up into the wall a little bit. Meanwhile, Hunter Kent set sail in that clean air. Gaggle's trying to clear out a little bit back here now. So you got Jimmy Babb and Ryan Lang right here nose to tail. Joe Zader right behind them. And Matty D. Clark and Chandler Clark. Devo right behind them with Brandon Burkhart. Ron Thompson right there and Logan Kaz. 13 truck of Vickery. Tim Marlowe. He's still up front with 15 to go. It's the Hunter Kent. still, Hunter Kent, followed by Mike McConville and Jimmy Babb. Jimmy got a strong run tonight. That's probably the best I've seen Jimmy run in several seasons.
Yeah, he said he was working on a setup, so he must have been working really hard.
Well, these short tracks are definitely Jimmy's wheelhouse. For those that you don't know, Jimmy's a crew chief for late models and modifies in real life. So these types of tracks is what Jimmy cuts his teeth on. Of course, a good strong run for Ryan Lang. Finished second last week, so this will definitely be another good points day for Ryan. Didn't see Stephen Massey tonight. It is the summertime. I know a lot of people are not around because they're doing stuff with kids out of school and things, so. Of course, nice top 5 run from Mr. Joe Zeta tonight. Sixth spot, the 21 truck. Of course, he had a strong run going earlier. Just kind of, I think he got messed up in that lap down thing with the caution. So got himself back up into the 6th spot there. Brian Burkhart's kind of just been nice and consistent in the back there, just biding his time. So he's gonna, just like everything keeps up, he's gonna walk away with a nice top 10. Davo right behind him. Last week's winner. Matty D. Clark and Logan Keyes round out that top 10. Meanwhile, as normal, walking away, Mr. Hunter Kent is definitely making it look easy once again. All right, 2 to go. Hunter just wants to see that white flag. Another half a lap to go. All right, and the white flag is out. All he's got to do is make it around the track one more time. Down the back stretch, we got Jimmy Babb trying to make a run on 2nd spot. But it's going to be Mr. Hunter Kent. First win of season 16. Last season's points championship makes it one more time. Good finish with 2nd and 3rd. Mr. Mike McConville and Jimmy Babb round out that top 3 podium. What a race. Awesome job by Jimmy Babb. Mike McConville, another good run for him. I expect to see him more up toward the front this season. He definitely was making a name for himself last season, and looks like he's starting this season on an even better note. All right, Cody, you know what time it is. Let's get these boys up in the booth and see if we can get them talking to us here. All right, let's see here. Where's Mike? I don't see Mike McConville. You see him, Cody?
Give me one moment.
I do not see him.
Neither do I.
All right, well, I guess it's just first and third tonight. All right, well, let's get Jimmy Babb up into the booth with us. Mr. Jimmy Babb, what a show, brother.
Thank you, bud.
Man, wow, I thought you were going to get second place there for a second.
Yeah, I screwed up on a nice little adjustment that I shouldn't have did, but it's all good.
Well, what do you think of this new season and this new class of drivers?
Man, I can tell you what, and you're gonna know what I mean by that. There's some pace in this field. There is some straight up pace.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta work on your stuff. You gotta drive good. I mean, these guys are not only, running good sets, but they're just good drivers. It's gonna be a heck of a season.
I tell you what, man, I've seen people over the seasons get better, like Shane Posey. Man, Shane Posey was running up front all night long until he got involved in that one little wreck.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
I mean, if you look, you see it. I mean,
yeah,
very, very parody.
Yeah, it's good to see some different trucks up front. It's definitely good to see you up front, brother. I know these short tracks are your wheelhouse, man. So I know anytime we come to these short tracks, we always got to watch you and look at the show that you put on, man.
Just a quick question for you, Jimmy. If there was no caution, were you gonna stay? Like, what was your guys' strategy for first to four?
I'm so glad you asked that, Cody, and I'm so glad you picked it up. If we might have had a different outcome, because it was so good on old tires. It was so good on old tires. I mean, I'll tell you, after 106 laps, I was 71-69.
Oh, good Lord.
Wow.
I mean, it was just, that's the way it was built. I didn't think we were going to have those cautions at the end. And it took my truck about 8 to 10-ish laps to finally start to get free. That's just what, so I had to overdrive it there, that last little run. And, when you got somebody like Hunter and, Ryan and all those guys that are so good at restarts, and us old guys with the reflexes I got, it takes me 5 laps automatically to get going, and they're already gone. So it's all good.
Yeah, them reflexes just don't quite work like they used to.
Yeah.
I tried to get Andre back up in the booth with us, so we're gonna have to get him come visit us one evening. I know he sent me a message the other day.
He will.
But anyway, well, brother, it was definitely good to see you out there running like you did tonight. I'm happy for your third place finish there. I thought you were gonna have second. Almost had it. I believe if we'd had a few more laps, that one would have been yours.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, buddy. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Just thanks to Doc and VSpeed for putting it on, and you and Cody for doing the broadcast. It means a lot to us. I've been here a long time, and I'm glad that we're back where we all need to be. Let's just put it that way. And we've got a really good thing here, and I appreciate to be. I'm happy and appreciative to be a part of it, and I appreciate what y'all do.
All right, buddy. Well, we shall see you next. Where are we at next week?
I think we're at another short track. I think we're at we are.
I'm so behind the curve.
Richmond.
Oh, there you go. All right,
Yep.
we'll definitely see you back up front again next week.
We'll see you in the booth next week, Jim.
All right, buddy.
Sounds great.
All right, have a good one, Jimmy.
See y'all.
Yep. And there you have it,
Mike-
third place, Mr. Jimmy Babb. What a run for him tonight.
Mike is in the race channel.
Yeah, I see. Mr. Mike McConnell, good run tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
Man,
Big
you
excited. I got
right?
depressed last week.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about last week. I was a little had some technical difficulty, wasn't able to make it, so that's all right.
It's all good. It's
We
all
still
good.
had a little technical difficulty at the beginning, but I think we got it kind of worked out by the end, and we'll be ready for the rest of the season. But man,
Heck
what
yeah, that's all that
what
matters.
a run, man! You were, other than that first little kind of getting out of sync there, man, you were running up front all night long.
Yeah, we had a good little truck, man. I threw this weird thing together. It's a mix of a 2015 New Hampshire setup and a little bit of last week's North Wilkesboro setup. And man, she giddy up and went. But,
There you go.
I learned in that first run, I was overdriving a little bit, tore off the right front, and so I'm glad I was off strategy a little bit because it really helped late in that race. I protected the right front, and man, I really thought I had Hunter. I had a run where Ryan and I made a little contact. There was a gap, and I'm like, man, I got to take it because this is going to probably be my only shot. And
Right.
missed it probably by 4 inches at most.
What I say, missed it by that much, right?
Absolutely, man. Man, I was just talking to Hunter, man. I said, if I could have gotten that run, you remember Carl Edwards, Kansas, 2009, where he just drove it in a corner and bounced off the fence in front of Jimmy Johnson?
Right.
I went, man, we were going to get a replay of that because we were going to be turn 3, going down turn 3 side by side. And you'd have seen this 51 truck just go. I would have ended up in the big track.
Yeah, there you go. Make it
across the
really
county.
wide. Yeah, no lie. Yeah, there's a lot of bouncing off the wall tonight. There's for sure, coming out of 4 especially. They were kind of making some pretty good contact with the wall, but it was pretty flat, so it didn't really. I don't think it affected many people too much.
Yeah, there's a little hump coming out of 4 that if you hit it wrong, you'll just smack the fence real hard. But
Gotcha.
it's mostly flat, so it won't hurt your day much.
Well, a great run. I mean, you started on the outside pole there, didn't you? Or started right up there in the front there, and pretty much ran the entire race up front, and except for that one little out of sync thing.
Yeah, I think I started P9, and then a couple guys got EOLs.
Yeah, right.
I had to put me up a few rows, and then 5 laps in the race, I was second hunting Hunter.
Yep.
And man, that gave me so much confidence for the rest of the night.
Sometimes that's all it takes, man. One of those good runs can definitely set the mood for the next few races. So it's always good to have a good positive run. Well, next week you go back to another short track, go to Richmond. How you think you're going to fare out there?
Oh, we going to Richmond? I thought we were going to Kentucky.
I think Jimmy said we were going to Richmond next week. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. I'm kind of out of sync right now, so I'll be ready next week. So.
Oh, that's all good. Wherever we go, I'll be ready because
Kentucky.
one of these days,
it's
going to Kentucky.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So intermediate track.
Mile.
Yeah.
Now which Kentucky is it? Is it old flat Kentucky or new banked Kentucky?
I would say it's probably the new one. I would say it's probably the new one because it's going to be whatever iRacing's running. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, man.
Yeah.
I like the old one better.
Yeah, almost another Atlanta Dega. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, with one groove.
That's being very generous. One groove. It's more
half a groove. Yeah, half a groove. All right, man. Any shout outs you want to give this week?
I just want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast this week. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Not being biased, maybe see the 51 truck up a little in the front a little bit.
Right.
Big excited about that. I want to thank all the admins for putting on this league. It's fantastic racing here. I love racing these guys. Hunter, Ryan, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Can't find a better group of guys to run with. Clean, aggressive, but hella fun every lap.
Right.
Yeah.
It has been confirmed it is the new Kentucky.
Gross.
Yeah. so you better work on that pole set.
We're gonna be in the lab working all week trying to.
All right,
do I want to
bud.
be good in 1 and 2, or do I want to be good in 3 and 4?
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, we shall see you next week in Kentucky.
Appreciate you, brother, man.
All right,
I'll
buddy.
See you all next week.
All right. Second place finisher tonight, Mr. Mike McConville. See you next week.
See you next week, bud.
All right, let's get our race winner in here. All right, I guess I had to come back and broadcast to get you in the winner's circle, huh?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you had broadcast last week, I might have won.
Well, you know how those technical difficulties work, man. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes you got no control over it.
Yeah, sometimes age is a problem too, you know.
Yeah, well, that's true. You know, sometimes you got to be smart.
Just kidding.
You got to be
I'm
smarter
not
than.
gonna lie. That's so true.
Yeah, you got to be smarter than the equipment sometimes. So,
You know, I just got to give you a hard time over there.
hey, it's all good, man. It is all good. Well, you definitely made it look easy again tonight. What was the secret?
IRP is like really one of my favorite short tracks. Just the way you have to send this truck into the corner, get it to slide in the middle, and then point it and drive off the corner. It's my style of short track. I think I've always run particularly well here, and man, it's about just keeping your truck clean. You know, keep your truck clean, keep it pointed. Dirty air, man, was huge. As soon as I got that truck out front, when I passed Chris right there with, I don't know, 100 to go or whatever it was, my truck just drove completely different. And I thought I had screwed myself at the beginning of the race, you know, lap 16 or whatever it was. I was like, I'm going to come down and I'm going to top off on fuel and see if I can run a little bit longer than these guys. Because I was like, this race is probably going to get a tendency to run green. And if I can run just, 20, 30 laps longer than them at the end of the race, I'm going to have, that much fresher of tires. So made the move to come down pit road, ended up driving myself back to the lead. So that was pretty fun. But man, I can't thank Johnny Taylor enough for putting these truck sets together. Without him, this wouldn't be possible. So,
Right.
So if there was no caution, were you gonna have to pit for fuel, or were you just gonna run it out like just on your tires you had?
you talking about like with 40 to go?
Where was it that we were talking about that, Jim? I think it was,
How many laps could you get out of a tank?
yeah.
To be honest with you, I think like somewhere around 120-ish.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
I mean,
think, yeah.
when Chris pulled into pit road, I ended up taking the lead from him, and then I knew Chris was gonna have to pit before me because I had 16 more laps of fuel.
Okay,
From
that makes
that
sense.
first caution, yeah. So that's what kind of what I was saying is like when I made that decision just solely based on the purpose or the fact of I thought the race was going to go green, and it was playing into my favor. And when he pitted, I still had 38 laps of fuel left, so I could have ran 38 more laps, and by the time I had to pit, I would have 38 lap fresher tires to come back and try and win the race. So that was kind of my thought process.
Well, at the time that he pit, I kind of called that you were going to pit probably within the next couple laps, because I mean at that time it was about a second difference in time, but it just, I mean, shortly after that the caution came out and kind of just saved it, so it didn't really make a whole lot of difference toward the end there.
I was actually really happy when that caution came out. I mean, I feel for Chris because I know that kind of screwed his whole strategy,
Right.
but it's just one of those things, man. But it tremendously helped me. I think the strategy probably, I would have liked to see how it played out, but I'm glad we were still able to put this 50 victory.
Cool deal. All right. Well, you know how it goes. I mean, of course, now, for those that don't know, Southern Roots Production, that is Hunter's YouTube channel. He's an avid outdoorsman and hunter, and he has some pretty good content over there on Southern Roots Production, so go check that on YouTube. Since I did the shameless plug for you, anything else you want to give?
I appreciate it, man. Just keep hyping Southern Roots up, man. I truly love the outdoors, and last year I kind of took a break with the filming, and this year we're going at it hard. I told myself if I'm gonna make it in this, in the hunting community or in the outdoor world, I want to do everything I can possible this year to make that happen. So if you guys are, enjoy the outdoors, go check us out on Southern Roots Productions. Just another big shout out to Doc for putting this league on. I think this is my fourth season or fifth season here. Of course, we were able to go back-to-back champions, so that was a lot of fun. And we're going to try to make it a three-peat here. But just a big shout out to Doc and Joe, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to relearn some of the sponsors. Greer and Associates, Southern Roots Productions. We're throwing in some sponsorship this year.
Right.
Russ, everybody that makes this thing tick, man. And then of course you, Jim, and Cody for coming back and broadcasting this. I was kind of looking into this season, and I was like, man, we're not gonna be able to go back and like rewatch any of these races. It's, to me, it's not as fun. So getting to go back and watch you guys take and rewatch the races is a lot of fun. And you take time out of your night to come and broadcast this, so greatly appreciated. And then just a big shout out to Johnny Taylor and those boys over there at Nitro for putting this truck together. And without them, these wins probably wouldn't be possible. So I don't know where we go next week. I know this track or this schedule is
Kentucky, the new configuration.
Well, I was gonna say I know this schedule is full of short tracks. I love short tracks. I'm a short track racer, so that kind of favors into me. But Kentucky should be a fun race, and hopefully we can put this 52 back into victory lane.
Well, Jimmy Babs done already called out he's going to be on the podium again at Richmond.
Hey, Ryan was saying tonight, he's like, I'm worried about Jimmy, man. I'm worried about Jimmy.
Jimmy's tough on these short tracks, man. I'm gonna tell you. When Jimmy's on, he's on, man. He's tough to beat.
Jimmy Babb can be my crew chief any day of the week.
Right.
And after Kentucky, we got the Milwaukee Mile.
A long short track. Long flat track.
Mixtures of tracks. So.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, there you have it. Tonight's winner, last season's champion, starting the season out once again on top. Mr. Hunter Kent. That's it for Burnt Rubber Media and the VSpeed Contender Series. We shall see you next week in Kentucky.